and everything today, boy. I was knocked the fuck out. All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to the On God podcast. Everything I do it on God. Everything we do it on God. And when I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click. Number one rapper in the world. I am BMC for life. That is 1-5, the other co-CEO of the Star Money Click. He is also the owner of Punish Me Vodka that sponsors every show we do. And he is the number one producer in the world. That is Jimmy two times, the confused 49er fan and the hopeful Oklahoma Sooner fan and my brother from another mother. We are the On God podcast. This is a podcast pick slash show. So I'm gonna go over two games with y'all as far as the crowd go and as far as the fans go, and then we're gonna get into our picks. But first, before we even do it, let me start the show off. I gotta send my condolences to one of the best. Um, he is one of the reasons why we doing what we doing right now. He is a legend. He's a legend, and his voice was legendary. Bob Uecker passed away today. 50 years as Milwaukee Brewers play-by-play, 50 plus years. I'm sorry, 50 plus years as their play-by-play announcer, and he's also known as Harry Doyle from Major League, both movies. He was the play-by-play guy, the comedian for the Cleveland Indians. But like I said, he is a legend, but his voice is even more legendary than he is because when you heard him, you knew who it was. Like it's almost like Marv Albert for basketball.
Right.
It's almost like Bob Costas for the World Series. When Bob Costas used to do the World Series, you knew it was Bob Costas. You know what I'm saying? Like it gives you that stigma when you hear it. It's damn, that's so and so. Like, and that's what Bob Uecker is. Bob Uecker is one of the best play-by-play guys ever, and that's in the journalist field that we're in right now, which is also podcasting. So I just want to say RIP to Bob Uecker. Rest in heaven. I want to give condolences to his family from the On God podcast. You know, all of us are fans of you. We thought you were fucking hilarious, especially in Major League. Me and James still to this day do Major League shit every day because of you. And we will never not fuck with you. So
Hey
shout out to
man,
Bob
them goddamn Miller Lite commercials he used to do back in the day was funny as fuck too.
Uecker. He funny,
What
period,
what he
bro.
say? What he say when they were terrible? Fuck it, ain't nobody listening anyway.
Yeah, and that motherfucker was drunk with his shirt off.
Bruh, he funny. He is funny as fuck, bro. He's hey, when they was fighting, he was like, I don't know, Monty. His left is a little down a little bit. Hey, bro. Hey, what's the one you always say, James? He can say he gonna need a rocket ship to shoot up his ass to catch that one.
And when Cool Warren hit that home run, he said he's gonna need a rocket up his ass to catch that one.
Hey,
My guy, I love that guy. And don't forget his role on Mr. Belvedere.
Oh yeah,
oh
yeah, that
yeah,
was the
oh yeah.
shit too.
Bob Uecker is a legend, bro. Like I said, he's a legend, but his voice is even more legendary. Like
Yeah.
he's a legendary cat.
Man,
But
that fucked
anyway,
my day up when I seen he died. Man, that fucked
yeah,
my
I was
day
hurt.
all up.
I was hurt, bro. Sent this track when I seen this morning. I was like, oh man, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Condolences to his family though. Like from On God Podcast, we appreciate him. We got love for him. He was one of the greats. Um, let me get into. I'm a. I'm a. I'm gonna get into these two games first, and then we go over our picks. So, the first game was the Commanders and the Bucks. Commanders win 23-20 in Tampa Bay. Jaden Daniels gets his first W as a playoff NFL player in the playoffs. The takeaway from this game, I'm gonna just ask both of y'all. I'll start with you 1-5. What was your takeaway from this game?
Well, my takeaway is Jaden Daniels is better than anybody thought he was going to be coming out of college. He makes veteran choices in the pocket, unlike our boy on Monday night. Um, I think Washington's got a bright future with this guy. They'll probably be on your guys' ass, for second place in your division for the foreseeable future. Um, but I don't see them. I don't see them winning the next game. They've been a great story this year, though, and they played really, really good. Um, I just, The Buccaneers. What can you say about the Buccaneers? I mean, they do this all the time. Baker's going to bake. Mike Evans is amazing, though. They wasted that guy's career. Outside of them years with Brady, that he's phenomenal. He made some awesome catches in that game. But hey, shout out to the Commanders, man. They got it done.
2 times. What you think?
Very disappointing. There was some huge mistakes that Tampa Bay made that they could have capitalized on to try to win this game, man. They put themselves in this situation every year. Every year.
He's salty. He's salty.
No, I'm not salty. I'm not salty at all. It's just like he's like 1-5 said, man. Every time they do this shit. Last year they did the same thing. It's just what you can't say is promising about Tampa Bay is they're going to have some weapons next year with Mike Evans, Godwin, the young boy at the wide receiver position, Otten, those 2 running backs, and that great off. They got one of the top 10 offensive lines in football, man. If they can just fix that defense, they'd be better. It's the defense every time. It's not the offense. They can't fucking stop anybody. And 1-5, you called the Jaden Daniels thing. I got to give you props on that one because I didn't know what the fuck he was going to be. You know what I mean? Hey, I thought we were just going to be talking about Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, and that's about it, But when it comes to the quarterback position, but, maybe they got something going here. Maybe they might start a lineage of LSU quarterbacks. I don't know. But right now, the number 2 pick in the draft, and, let's put it like this. The number 1 pick in the draft didn't even get close to the fucking playoffs. He's got a while to go. We don't even know if he'll even get to this level. He shows promise. But Jaden Daniels is obviously the steal of the draft so far. There was a lot of good picks in this draft, but
I can't hear. We can't hear you.
There you go.
Now we can hear you.
Sorry, man. I'm getting the phone call. To strike gold with that pick, man, at number 2, because, normally the top few picks you get wrong. You know what I mean?
The takeaway I took from this game, the first thing I'm gonna say is the same player on defense for Tampa Bay had about 5 fucking pass interference calls on him. I can't remember what his name is. I just know he wore number 27, but he was getting on my fucking nerves. Yeah, he was ass. He was irritating me, man. It didn't matter who he was checking. It didn't matter who he was checking. It was a pass interference. It was a pass interference every time they threw it his way, bruh. I was like, they ain't gonna win this game. And then the fumble by the missed snap with Baker and his O-line really cost them. That was it, because it was really a shootout. You know what I'm saying? Washington, I'm gonna be honest with you. Washington, I don't know if it's the defense or it's the inconsistency of drives, but they're missing something. They've got 2 good running backs. They have a number 1 receiver. I'll give them that. They actually have a number 1 tight end. He's a little up in age, but he's still a number 1 for real in this league. But if you really just look at they can't stop the run for shit. They can't stop the run. Marshawn Lattimore is cool, but that's really all they got on the back end. And I don't. Yeah. It's like
they traded away their whole defensive line a couple years ago. Remember, they traded away everybody except for one guy.
Yeah, they need to get some tackles.
Yeah, I said this in the offseason, though. I said they was going to be the number 2 team in the NFC East. I said they was going to be right behind us because I knew Dallas. I just knew Dallas was going to slip. Like, they going to slip. But I seen the pieces Washington was getting. But it's like, for me, it's something about them. I'll be like, y'all could have won.
They feel Cinderella. They feel like a Cinderella story. That's what it is. Like, they just got just enough to be a great story. They overachieved, and this is what you're going to get. They got as far as they can get, and then barring some massive upset, they're about to be up out of here by the end of the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, don't let me leave this out. I got to say happy birthday to my co-CEO, man, the number 1 producer in the world, man, my partner, the one I do this business with, man. 1-5, happy birthday, bro. You already know. It's how I love you. You know we love you, bro.
He got the Stephen Davis jersey on.
So in game number 2, the Rams smashed the Vikings 27-9. The Rams sacked the shit out of Sam Darnold 100 goddamn times. 2 times. I'll start with you. What's the takeaway you think from this game?
You want to hear something interesting? The Vikings losses went Rams, Lions. No, it went Lions, Rams, Lions, Rams. I don't think that's ever been done before in the same season.
Probably not.
All the losses was the 2 same season, and it was every other loss was to the other team. But this is another Cinderella story because they were a bad football team last year. We didn't know who the fuck their quarterback was. We thought it was going to be J.J. McCarthy. Sam Darnold, who was holding the clipboard for me last year. And, I mean, he had a great season with some inconsistencies. He showed his flaws. He showed some reasons why it's taking him so long to actually develop. He's a slow processor when it comes to reading the defense still. That's going to be his Achilles tendon, and that was the problem against the Rams. I think the Rams had a masterful game plan. It looked pretty much like the same game plan they ran on that Thursday night. Now, what's the difference between this game and that regular season game was there was a mysterious no call on the face mask in the end zone, which resulted in a safety, and the Rams pretty much going up by 9 and finishing that game. And the referee swore it down. He didn't see it. But when they showed on Twitter, I see the video from his point of view, there was no fucking way he couldn't have seen that. But that's neither here nor there. But I think we have to put them in the same category as Washington a bit. A Cinderella story, because you went from real shitty or an average or below average team to an overachieving team this year. I mean, I think the defense started out strong. They were overachieving because they were shitty last year. Okay, they were average. They were average to below average last year because
when I give you my take, I'll get to what you just said. I will.
Yeah, but it's like they made a lot of mistakes. Darnold was holding the ball, taking sacks, which he shouldn't. He was doing the Russell Wilson, holding the ball, making bad decisions. And the Rams was executing what they were normally going to do. Strong running game, get the ball to their playmakers, and play some sound defense. They I got to congratulate them. As much as I hate them son of a bitches, they handled their business.
Wildfire, what you think?
First out, Adrian White said, "What up? What's up?"
Appreciate
it. So my big takeaway was that the Rams defensively put the vice grips on Darnold because let's face it, on offense, he is the weakest link. Even though he's had a great season, he's still not, the best player on that team. By making him uncomfortable all night, he made him look like a rookie again in New York. He wasn't able to slide up in the pocket, which was causing him a lot of problems with getting rid of the ball and, his arm getting hit by the pass rushers and stuff like that. And then when he did throw, he was throwing kind of on the run, and then it was inaccurate. He was throwing behind guys all night, and it just really looked bad on his end. And I think he left a lot of money on that field this coming off season. Now, on the Rams side, I didn't see them do anything spectacular on offense other than run the ball. I mean, they ran pretty well on the Vikings, but they didn't do anything that would make you say, damn, the Rams are freaking great. Now, on defense, you looked at that defense and was like, man, the Rams look solid as hell. But on offense, they just, it was. So, they're like, Washington for me, one and done this time around. But it was a great story for the Rams this year, man, because nobody really expected them to be there with all the injuries they've had all year.
Number one, let me get to him first with the Vikings thing. Remember, the Vikings done this before with a great record like this. And Kirk Cousins was the quarterback. Last year was actually the first year that they actually looked shitty. Years before that, they had been going to the playoffs with a good record. But that's what I'm saying. You made it seem like they be doing this on the regular. No, what they do on the regular is they peak real fast. Then when the end of the season come, they blow it. I
I
want
didn't
to
make it seem
be.
like nothing. I just said they were shitty last year with no quarterback.
Yeah, but they had a quarterback. They just didn't. He got
He
hurt.
was injured. He was
But
injured.
their record before he got hurt, he was balling. But that's what
Yeah,
I'm
but he got
saying.
hurt. But he got hurt. He got hurt
I
at the wrong
know
time.
he got hurt early, but they was balling. Minnesota been there every year. The problem with Minnesota is they're too pass heavy. You went and got a running back that rushes over 1,000 every year in Aaron Jones. He only had 1,100 yards rushing this year. That's like one of his lowest years because in Green Bay they was giving him the fucking ball. So my thing is, if you're a quarterback that's like, it's like Brady. When you're stationary, how do you beat a stationary quarterback? You blitz the house. If I blitz the house and play one-on-one man-to-man coverage, I'm going to make you throw it early. That means you're going to make shitty decisions. Remember, they had 9 sacks. They didn't have 5 interceptions. They was recovering fumbles from this motherfucker because they was sacking him. So it ain't like he was throwing interceptions. He was losing the ball from getting sacked. But that's the formula to beating a guy that's stationary. That's a stationary player.
Yep.
So let me switch over to the Rams. 1-5, I agree with you. I didn't see nothing special. Puka Nacua had 5 catches for like 20, 30, 40 yards. Higbee was leading with 5 catches for 50 yards. And Cooper Kupp had 1 catch for the whole fucking game. So for real, the Vikings could have won this game, but the Vikings didn't go, you know what, how do we adjust to this blitz?
Right.
They just blitzing the house at him. They're not doing nothing special on defense either. This is the same Rams team. They just won like 6 in a row or some shit like that. But let's be honest, who was they playing? They beat the Giants. They beat a bunch of bummy ass motherfuckers they were supposed to beat, which is cool. I ain't knocking their W's because you play who you play. But did we really see something different from the Rams? Are they really, really hot for real, like the media is saying? And the media trying to shit on my team right now when we about to play them, trying to shit on Jalen Hurts again for the second time with this throwing the ball shit, like Jalen can't do it. So, and that's what I'm saying. I watched First Take today and yesterday, and the nonsense coming out their mouth about this Rams team is fucking hilarious.
They're in love with some Rams.
Oh my God. And Dan Orlovsky, he been doing that. Him and Stafford, he's got a man crush. Like he literally loves him since he was in Detroit, because he was in Detroit with him. He's in love.
Running out the back of the end zone when he wasn't.
Man, like, come on, man. So we'll move on because 1-5, I know you got to get up out of here. So we're gonna jump into college football. It is the national championship on Monday, January 20th at 7:30. It will be the Ohio State Buckeyes, who are 10-2, against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who is 11-1. The number 16 versus number 5 team. 2 times, who you got?
Who I said the whole time. Y'all for the win. I got the Penn State part wrong, but I mean, you know, they Penn Stated. So
You was close.
Yeah, it was close.
1-5, who you got?
Well, man, I'm gonna ride my perfect through the college playoff pick streak into the national championship, and I'm gonna go Buckeyes. And I was pretty damn close on the Buckeye score. I said 34-17. It was 28-14. So I'll go something like 28-21. You know, in this one, I think Buckeyes got too much offense for their defense, and we got too much defense for their offense, and that's never good for the other team.
Okay. I'm Buckeye Nation all day long. You know who I got, and I do this. I've been doing this the whole playoffs. I'm gonna consistently do this. I ain't doing no talking. I ain't got no score. I know who gonna win. They gotta handle business. We're on a mission. The mission is not complete yet, and the final stage is Monday. So if we do what we do and what we've been doing, we'll be celebrating. And that's all I want them to do. Go handle y'all business. Go get what y'all want, man. It's y'all time. You know what I'm saying? It's Ohio versus the world. Y'all go get y'all respect. Y'all earned it. And that's the thing. If you win, on Monday, they can if they look at the opponents you played, you're gonna go down as damn near the best national championship team in a long time because the motherfuckers you played to get there is some shit. You really had the strongest path. Like literally. If you look at the ranks they played, shit, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. And this defense is something different. It's special. So
But you know it's going to happen, right? They're going to like they didn't beat Michigan, but I'm like, if you won a national championship, I could say, look, I don't give a fuck who you lost to.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We're the guys on this panel, these two Ohio State fans over here, I don't care. I don't care what they say.
Right.
If I get a national championship, James, you can say I lost to Michigan.
Well,
Listen. You can name every year I lost to them, and I won't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We playing for something we won't. We want the title. We don't give a fuck about that shit. The ones that give a fuck about that shit is motherfuckers that ain't really Ohio State fans. They bandwagon motherfuckers. Real Ohio State fans, man, let that shit over, bro. I don't even care. I ain't even thinking about that shit no more. It's over. We lost. We missed 2 field goals. We make 2 field goals, we beat them. What and this is the thing about beating them. What did it do? What did it have done for us if we would have beat them anyway? Put us in the Big Ten title game. Let's say we win the Big Ten title. And we put all our eggs in one basket in that one Big Ten title game. And then we lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Right.
Or we lose in the second round because we would have got the number 1 seed. We would have been Oregon Junior. I'm cool. I'll take that loss. Thanks up north. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. We appreciate you. NFL divisional round. Let's get to it. Saturday's games. The first game. The Texans are 10-7. They are traveling to Kansas City to face the Arrowhead boys. 15-2 Chiefs. 1-5. Who you got?
Oh man, this upset is not brought to you by Punish Me Vodka because I got the Chiefs.
I was
about to be like, here we go.
I was about to say, and no, I was just gonna say you taking a real chance with that one.
Yeah.
2 times who you got?
I will not be taking a chance. I'm taking Kansas City.
I've definitely got Kansas City. The Texans just don't have enough on offense to match that. And you give the Chiefs this much time off and Andy Reid this much time off, they're going to be ready. And they're at home. The weather's going to be cold as shit. It's going to be a problem. Okay. Game 2, Saturday. Commanders 12-5. Lions 15-2. 2 times. Who you got?
Lions.
1-5. Who you got?
I definitely got the Lions in this. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I got the Lions, but I think it's going to be closer than we think it's going to be.
It's gonna be
No, I don't think it's going to be no ass whooping. I just don't trust the Redskins. Just don't do. I keep calling Redskins. The Commanders just don't seem to be able to put together consistency when it comes to that.
And they can't stop the run, and that's what the Lions are great at.
Yeah, that would take a miracle for them to shut down Jamar Gibbs.
And the other problem is they play too much hero ball with Jaden Daniels. You want Jaden Daniels to win the game for you all the time, and your players need to come. They don't. That's what I was saying. They got 2 good backs, a number 1, but they all don't make plays like that. It's like it fucks me up. Like I'm like. For real,
now that De'Ami Brown cat, he's been coming on lately, but that's not that you can't hang your hat on that.
I just think it's their offensive scheme ain't matching their personnel, man.
Right. If you match them up with Tampa Bay for real, they should have blew Tampa Bay's doors off for real. If you just match them up personnel wise, offense against offense, they should have beat the shit out of them, bro. Because Tampa Bay was hurt on offense. Tampa Bay ain't got their number 2.
Yeah, their scheme ain't matching up or something.
Yeah. Okay, so Sunday, the first game, the LA Rams 10-7 will be traveling to the Link to play my Philly boys, the Eagles 14-3. 1-5. Who you got?
That's the easiest pick of the weekend, the Eagles.
2 times. Who you got?
I wouldn't say it's easy. Y'all are going to beat them, but it's going to be a close game. Because I think they're going to play. I think they're going to play a better game than. I think they're going to give you a better challenge than the Packers did. That Packers shit was upsetting.
You want a secret?
Somebody they can dominate on the offensive line or defensive line with the offensive line. They ain't gonna be able to do that with the Eagles. The Eagles are arguably the best offensive line in football, man. They're not gonna go up.
Yeah.
You know.
Y'all want me to give y'all a secret? The reason why the Rams gonna have a problem and the Rams gonna struggle, it's gonna be snowing, and it's gonna be a lot of snow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a snow bowl. And when it's a snow bowl, what do you do in the snow? You run the ball.
Run the ball.
Snow bowl. And if Stafford can't throw the ball, you can't score on us.
And you guys
that's gonna be a problem.
Running back in the league right now.
Well, it's like this. It's the only way the Rams are going to win if they rely heavily on Kyren Williams, and that's a tall task.
If you're telling me that you're a passing team, and you come to Philly and you have to run against me, and I don't give up a lot of yards running the ball, and it's going to snow, Kyren Williams ain't going to be able to do shit against us if you're going to have to run the ball the whole game.
I'm just going to say,
you're going to be in trouble.
If the Rams win this, Sean McVay is coach of the year.
No, I don't know about that, but it'll be another piece to put on this mantle of success.
I guess. I don't see it.
I'm gonna just say this.
I don't see it happening.
I want to say thank you to all the networks on TV for giving my team bulletin board material all week. That dick riding shit y'all did for the Rams all week, I appreciate it. Because remember, the game's at home. Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate you. All right, the second game, the nightcap, one of the biggest games of the year. This might be the Super Bowl winner. I mean, the Super Bowl representative out the AFC if the Chiefs don't slip. If the Chiefs slip, they're going to slip to one of these two teams. The Ravens, 12-5, travel to Buffalo to play 13-4 Bills. 2 times who you got?
Is it snowing in Buffalo?
I don't know. That ain't my team. I ain't look it up.
That's a good call.
I don't think it matters.
It does because
both teams. It don't matter because both teams can run the ball, so it's really an even match.
The reason why I'm saying that is because it's Buffalo and snow. Even though they can both run the ball, Buffalo does weird shit sometimes. Like they don't take advantage of shit that should be taken advantage of, and that weather and Buffalo ain't one of them. So I'm gonna go with the eventual league MVP Lamar Jackson going up to Buffalo and beating them.
All right, 1-5. Who you got?
I'm taking the Ravens in this also, and I think that's going to be the NFC representative in the Super Bowl.
I got Baltimore too. I just don't. It's hard to beat somebody twice. The Rams, like we haven't played the Rams twice. We ran for 255 on the Rams the first time we played them. The game was in LA, and I always would scream, "Why didn't we never get to play them in Philly?" Like every time we play the Rams in the regular season, we have to go to LA. So now they finally get to come to my house. And remember, like I said this too, they're used to playing in confines that's nice. They're not used to playing in the cold. And it's the same thing, but it's different with the Ravens and the Bills. The Ravens is used to playing in the cold. They're in Baltimore. It's cold as fucking Baltimore this time of the year. I just don't think that the Bills are going to be able to make enough plays moving the ball on Baltimore because of if Josh Allen has to play hero ball and I compare both of them playing hero ball, I think Lamar Jackson is better at hero ball than Josh Allen is. And I think Derrick Henry is a better running back than Cook. Now, Cook is good. Don't get me twisted. I'm not hating. Cook is not.
Cook had a great year.
Derrick Henry, they're not going to be able to fuck with him. If the weather's bad and all you got to do is run the ball, it's going to be a problem. I got the Ravens too. So we all got a landslide with the Ravens. So it's the picks this week. Actually, we all picked them. They're the same teams. We went Chiefs, Lions, Eagles, Ravens. Everybody went OSU. That is really it for the show tonight. We will see y'all Sunday after the games and do our real show. This is really just a pick show. We was going over the 2 top games for this week. Happy birthday to 1-5 again. He about to go celebrate. Everything I do it on God. Everything we do it on God. And every time I do it with these 2 crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click. No one rap in the world. I am BMC for life. That is 1-5, the birthday boy. The other co-CEO of the Star Money Click. No one producer in the world, and he is the owner of Punish Me Vodka that sponsors every show we do. That is Jimmy Two Times, my brother from another mother, the confused 49er fan, and a hopeful Oklahoma Sooner fan. We were the On God Podcast. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all enjoy y'all Friday. Get that bag. We out.
Peace.
Assalamu alaikum.